Spring's right around the corner. And if you remember back when we had that microburst a few Aprils ago, it came completely out of the blue. And I mean that literally and figuratively. 1 minute the sky is blue and calm. The next thing you know, it opens up, all hell breaks loose. Again, literally and figuratively. Nobody wants storm damage. But if it happens, you want a team you can trust. Listeners of the DAP in the Hub podcast receive $500 off a roof replacement when you use promo code DAP. Here's how to apply it. Visit bluecollarroofingsc.com. Navigate to the online instant estimator. Enter DAP under project details before submitting. If you'd rather speak to someone directly, call the office at 803-670-0343 and mention promo code DAP. And let them know that you heard about Blue Collar Roofing through the DAP in the Hub podcast. Use promo code DAP and save $500 of your roof replacement. Now let's get to the show. So I'm loving the warehouse, man. You got the tractor back there and everything.
Yep, you got it in here for the cold weather. So
pipes will bust.
That's right. Don't want the pipes to bust. That costs more. It's more expense for us. So taking advantage of the warehouse this time of the year when we're not packing boxes and stuff. So get more use out of it, more weeks out of the year. So
absolutely. So I appreciate you for having me here.
No, thank you for being here.
Absolutely, thank you. Now, a lot of people may not know what y'all do in this part of the warehouse. Can you explain to the audience what y'all do?
Yeah. So we were very fortunate. We finished this building up about March of last year, March of 25, and we pack all of our wholesale orders and our CSA orders in this warehouse. So CSAs, that stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and that's where customers go online on our website and pay for 8-week CSA share box. They pay for it in advance. It helps us as far as cash flow this time of year, and then we deliver the box depending on which season they sign up for. The spring starts in April, and we do the other seasons from there. But anyway, so we pack those boxes in this building. A lot of our if anybody visits us at our Lake Wiley stand or Rock Hill stand, those vans are packed in this building to go out to those different locations. It just really made us, gave us more weather, whether it's raining or it's hot, cold, whatever, we're able to, it makes it more enjoyable, I guess you would say, for our employees, and then it's better for the produce also.
Absolutely. Thank you for explaining that. Now, most of our listeners are going to know who you are. They've been to Bush and Vine and know what y'all offer. I just want to say on behalf of the full community, thank you for the CSA program, because community gardening, getting people good vegetables and fruits, what we all need, that's very important.
Yeah.
So
it is. Eating our fruits and vegetables is really a form of medicine, actually better than medicine, and it's really important that we eat more fruits and vegetables. It's good for our body. It helps with health. I know we were at a conference this past weekend, and they were talking about the importance of eating more fruits and vegetables and exercising, and right. the two together. You can't do one or the other. You've got to do both. And so yes, we all need fruits and vegetables. My family, we eat the fruits and vegetables that we grow also. So
beautiful. That, like, you mentioned something about like exercising along with your diet. They do go hand in hand. So everyone should take heed to that. Like, eat healthy, also, work out, take a walk, whatever it is you want to do to stay active, so we can use preventative measures to not end up in the hospital or going to the doctor, because everybody know how the medical bills can just skyrocket. So yeah, we all trying to move forward, be a little more vigilant and more efficient.
That's right.
With how we take care of our bodies and our minds, and everything goes along with that. So let's go to the beginning of the Bush and Vine, the legacy of this. How did it all begin?
Well, so the farm has been in the family for well over 100 years.
Like 150, right?
It's something like that. Yep. You go back to the 1930s and 40s. The old building that still sits up here next to the store was a building that they use for packing peaches in. The peaches were picked here on the farm. They packed them on trucks and took them to the train station in York, and they were shipped up to New York back in those days. There weren't many people that lived around here, and that's slowly all changed. And in the 70s, there was more people starting to open roadside markets. My dad reopened those doors in 1979, and he's been farming here ever since. He did a good job of laying the foundation of Bush and Vine. That was kind of the when Bush and Vine started, was there in 1979. Planted his first strawberry crop. You plant strawberries in the fall, so he planted them fall of 1979. He finished Clemson in 1980, so they were ready to start harvesting pretty much as soon as he finished Clemson. So that was the first strawberry crop, and I think we just planted our, I believe it is our 46th strawberry crop this past fall for spring of 2026.
Yes, sir. I actually had the honor to meet your father. He's a legend. Mr. Hall. Bob Hall, is it?
That's right.
Okay. Hopefully he'll be joining us. He's handling business.
Yeah.
And hopefully he can pull up and have a seat and share some wisdom with us. That's what we're here for, to get the wisdom and the knowledge. So, speaking of the, I'm gonna go off subject for a second. Now, the strawberries that you showed me in the tunnel yesterday, can you explain to the people what the tunnel system does?
Yeah. So, well, maybe I'll back up and kind of give you the history of where we've gotten to with our strawberries.
Let's do that.
So, when my dad first started in the 80s, he picked strawberries for about 4 weeks out of the year. It was pretty much the month of May, and that was it. They were planted on bare ground back in those days. And then in the 90s, we started planting strawberries on black plastic. As you know, black things, think about like asphalt, it warms up quicker.
Right.
And so the black plastic allowed the plants to warm up quicker in the spring, so they start earlier. It keeps the fruit clean, so when it rains, it doesn't get dirty. And so, but that helped extend our season to probably more like 8 weeks then. And then in the late 90s, we started, he realized that, strawberries were offered in the grocery store more and more weeks out of the year. And people were kind of losing touch with when strawberry season actually was. And so there was an opportunity there to grow strawberries in the fall. So he started growing strawberries, planting them for fall production. Now, your production is not the same in the fall, but you get a really good high-quality berry, really sweet. And so he started doing that in the early 90s, and it allowed us to pick. So we're, as you see, we're extending the season.
Progressively, yeah.
Yes. So then that probably put us at about, I would say, 16 weeks of harvest. However, my dad's not okay with just the status quo. He likes to try new things, always be learning. And so we started using row covers to extend that season. But it always was a challenge to have strawberries for Christmas. People wanted them for Christmas, but oftentimes the weather did not allow for that because of frost. It gets really cold in the winter right before Christmas, and it can happen even there around Thanksgiving. So that was when we came to the tunnels. In 2005, we put up our first acre of tunnels, and that really helped us tremendously be able to pick strawberries all the way up to Christmas time. It also extended our season on the front end, and the tunnels allow us to pick strawberries, and we really never stop.
Right.
So once we get started in late October, we pick the month of November, December, January, February. The production is not the same, but then it really ramps up there the end of February, all of March, and then it kind of just rolls right on into when we start picking outside our spring berries. So to the point where we went from 4 weeks in the 80s to where we're picking almost 40 weeks out of the year of strawberries. The only months we don't have strawberries pretty much is we usually try to get all the way to the 4th of July. And then so for the rest of July, August, and September. And then we start picking again around mid-October.
So you basically have strawberries year round.
That just about.
Like
when we don't have strawberries, we got peaches. So we got the fruits covered for you.
The fruits, okay. But I was gonna say common misconception, but I'm gonna say for my own misconception, like when you're at the grocery store and you're getting these vegetables and this fruit specifically, it's off season, and you're like, well, they're shipping these vegetables or fruit or whatever, like from whatever country, but we actually have y'all doing it here at the home base.
That's right.
So thank you for that.
Well, no, we thank the community because they're what's got us to where we are now. But yeah, that was what kept pushing us because you can find a strawberry in the grocery store 365 days out of the year,
right?
And we're trying to grow a fresh strawberry,
right?
Because your sweetness is better, your shelf life might not be as long, but the quality and nutrients in that berry are higher and greater than something that's been shipped from thousands of miles away.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head right there because the nutrient level, all that depletes progressively once it gets picked.
Correct.
And if it's getting on a plane or a train, a truck, or whatever the logistics and the transportation is, we are losing those like vital nutrients that we need. Like the reason why we're eating it for medicinal purpose, and thankfully strawberries are good. You know what I mean? You don't want just all flavor and no nutrients.
Well, and it's getting to stay on the vine longer too,
right?
Because we're picking it at peak ripeness.
Perfect.
And we're growing strawberries, the varieties, specifically for flavor. We want them to taste good. If they don't taste good, our customers won't come back to see us, and we want them to come back and see us.
And we have to give Clemson University a shout out, their agricultural department at least.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've been a big help. And lots of the other land grant schools in the Southeast have been a big help.
Beautiful. Now, so it was basically the community that really engineered or gave you the ingenuity, the push to get to where you are now. What I want to ask is, so what inspired this shift from peaches to a broad mix of fruits and vegetables? And then you kind of covered that, but eventually into a full farm stand. And I do want to say the location in Rock Hill is off of Ebenezer across from like the KFC right there, right?
That's correct.
The food line right there.
That's correct.
I'm not sure exactly what the one in Lake Wiley is.
It's near the Buster Boyd Bridge, right next to the Bagel Boat.
Perfect. Yeah, I hadn't been to that one. My dad goes to the one off of Ebenezer all the time.
Yes.
Now, so the full farm stand, now you have the U-Pick operation, which is one of my favorites. And then you have like the cafe up there, which is also one of my favorites and my daughter's as well. So how did you come to get those last two things going?
It's just all about creating an environment here at the Bush and Vine for family,
right?
Where families can enjoy time together, whether it's sitting down and eating ice cream and a donut or going to pick fresh strawberries in the spring, picking blackberries, peaches in the summertime, blueberries, picking pumpkins in the fall, and just getting things to kind of all mix, having something, a little bit of something for everybody, and trying to, we just, like I told you before, our family eats what we grow too, and the more weeks out of the year we can grow fresh produce, the better it is for all of us. So
I appreciate you so much because the U-Pick option, it's the opportunity actually to take my daughter right there. We getting back to our roots. People lose sight of that connection with the earth.
Yep.
I mean, I do a garden just about like every spring of each year. That's cool. I love getting back there and doing that, but sometimes if I'm going to go take my daughter to do that, it's also a great exercise to do that. I mean, we out there getting some sunlight, getting the vitamin D from that.
That's right.
We are together, laughing, joking around, just getting back to the essence, the primal aspect of life. And with all the, the infrastructure, the lights, the city, people they're losing touch of that.
Yeah.
It's very important to me.
And people need to know where their food comes from and
Absolutely.
what kind of plant that cantaloupe grows on. Or obviously we don't offer pick your own for that, but That's part of it, is just the education of people getting to see strawberries, and no, you don't pick the green strawberries, pick the red ones, and just so many different things that that maybe we take for granted.
Exactly.
Living on the farm, and maybe our ancestors before us, it just came naturally to them.
Mm-hmm.
They understood that they grew gardens in their backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And as we rely more and more on farmers to grow the crops, I think it's good that kids see that it doesn't just appear on the grocery store shelf.
Right.
It takes somebody taking care of it and picking it.
Yeah, and we have so much to learn from plants and their relationship with the topsoil and what goes on underneath the earth. I want to go ahead and just say this. When I took my daughter there was an event that y'all had. Yeah, we picked some strawberries is what it was. Yep, that's what it was. And we were at the patio section up there.
Yep.
It was hot. It was June, July-ish. And then a random guy came up and turned the fan towards us. I was like, that was a good gesture. I didn't think much of it. And then, long story short, I found out it was you. I appreciate that. And like I tell people, the little things go a long way. Like a lot of people say the little things go a long way, but I put up. Like we got professional lights in. I got lights directly on the little things, and that's what I'm doing is giving people their flowers, giving them recognition for the good things that they're doing for the community. So thank you for doing that.
Well,
that meant the world to me. And my daughter Lyric, she appreciates it as well.
We appreciate all of our customers, including you. That's like I told you. That's where it's got us. That's who got us where we are today. And there have been a lot of people that have patronized our business for almost since my dad started, and that's very humbling.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate each and every one of them, and we try to provide the best hospitality we possibly can to where it's an enjoyable experience for everybody.
Absolutely. I do have to ask you. She did have one question. Did you look into the kiwi thing?
I have not looked into kiwis yet.
Okay.
They're a little bit more of probably a warmer climate crop, but I will do my best to do some research on that.
I had planted. You have to get the male and the female and have them within a certain vicinity for pollination purposes.
Yep.
So about 7-ish years ago, they were planted, and then I started getting little kiwi buds about 3 years ago, but we kept getting those frosts. And I told you this on the phone, but I want to let the audience know as well. And they kept dying over a couple of years. But this past year, I had some survive.
Okay.
And they got about 3 inches long. I'm not a mathematician, the whole diameter thing. I can't go into detail about that. They were decent size, about the size of a grape. They stopped growing, though. And they never started growing like the fuzz on the outside.
Okay.
Then I saw like the bugs was getting to them. So what I did, I just plucked them. You know what I'm saying? And just cut them and ate them with my daughter. Like I was like, we have to harvest these and eat these because they came
before the bugs get them, right?
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, like kiwi, that'd be a good look. You know what I'm saying? Very high in vitamin C.
Okay.
More so than oranges, actually.
Okay. Very good.
So,
strawberries are high in vitamin C. So
hey,
there you go.
Hey, that's why I was always like strawberry kiwi.
There you go.
The combination strawberry kiwi.
Yep.
It's a powerful combination. Mm-hmm. So, like over the decades, what major changes or challenges like has the farm faced, and how have you adapted to keep Bush and Vine like alive and growing?
Well, it's some of it. I guess I'll take you back to the '80s again. There, when my dad first started, 99% of his crop of strawberries was picked via pick your own. Mm-hmm. Everybody came to pick their own. They would come and pick. There was one family, they would come and pick 100 gallons in a day's time. They'd bring a lot of people and they'd pick a bunch of strawberries, and they made jam and they made jelly and they froze strawberries and all that sort of stuff. And as the years progressed, it became less and less pick your own and more of us hiring people to pick the berries to put in the store, to the point now where pick your own is less than we sell less than 1% of our crop via pick your own. Most of it is picked by people that work for us, with us, and we put the berries in the store for sale that way. So that's been a challenge. because that takes more work on our part, more hiring, more staff to make that all happen. But it also helps us manage our crop because if there is rain coming tomorrow, we need to get everything picked as quickly as possible because rain can. People don't realize, but rain can ruin fruit. Fruit actually likes drier weather. We actually do better if we can just apply the water in the drip irrigation and it not rain. But that's not reality. So it helped us manage our crop that way. So there are weather challenges. There are some years we don't always have a peach crop because of frost, and so that can be a challenge. But Lord's always provided for us.
Always.
So we're very, very thankful for that.
Absolutely. And so for the people out there that don't want to like miss out on a certain fruit, specifically like pertaining to what season it comes out, like what's the best way for them to know what's coming or what's available?
Yeah, they can join our email list.
There you go.
They can get on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We post kind of what we're picking almost on a daily basis. And then they can also visit our website, and we got a lot of that kind of information on our website.
What's your favorite crop to produce?
And
why?
I like them all. I like each one in its own season. You know, it's always love seeing strawberries come in and getting started picking them, but then you get to about the end of the season, you're ready to wrap it up, and you're ready to move on to the next crop, whether that be peaches. You know, peach and blackberry season kind of coincides with one another, coming in at the same time. I love fresh cantaloupes and watermelons, but then you've got the kind of the fall season where you got fresh broccoli and muscadines and scuppernongs. I love eating them, and I'll eat just about anything. And it's good for your health too. So.
Yeah, so these seasonal activities that y'all have, how important is that to you?
I would say that is second. We call ourselves farmers first, and then we do the seasonal activities to help create awareness of kind of what we have to offer at the farm as far as fruits and vegetables. But my first love is farming.
That's the craft.
I just love growing things, and there's nothing better than seeing a pretty field and all the hard work that's gone into making it look as good as it looks. I love plowing the ground and seeing that ground turn. Yeah, there's nothing like it.
Brother, I was out there yesterday. Just took a picture. It's just magnificent the way it looks.
No.
It's majestic looking at that field out there. And there's not even anything really growing quite yet. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
That's a cover crop out there right now.
That's what it is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's just beautiful. It does something to me just seeing that. I don't know, because maybe people that don't do their own like gardening, maybe they can't really relate. But I highly, highly advise you to get out there and get your hands dirty a little bit.
That's right.
And it's actually, I heard from somewhere that gardening or farming is actually like medicinal. Like it helps with like anxiety and depression and stuff like that.
Yep, it's good. I mean, yeah, it is. It gets that stress off your mind and stuff. So.
Right. So, what do you hope that people, especially kids or families from more urban areas, take away from spending time on the farm?
I hope they see the hard work that goes into growing the crop. We just ask that that there be a respect for the hard work and that they help us take care of the plants as they're out here enjoying harvesting the crop, and that it is we're not going to become millionaires farming. It's a way of life. It's something that we enjoy doing, and that's the reason we do it. Not for the money.
Yeah, sustainability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love it.
And we're really providing the beauty for the community. It's something that oftentimes maybe again we take for granted. But you take, for example, the peach trees in the spring when they start blooming, they are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They're pink with blooms, which is usually around late February, March, sometime in that time frame. But there again, each season has its own kind of its own beauty, because then in the fall, the peach, can't skip the summer. Summertime, you got beautiful peaches hanging on the trees, and people get to come out and enjoy that. But then in the fall, the leaves it's a deciduous tree. It's just like any tree in the woods. The leaves turn colors,
Mm-hmm.
and they are beautiful in the fall too. So I just we're thankful to be here in the community, and hope the community members are able to enjoy the beauty that it all has to offer. We don't make the leaves change, but we're here taking care of the trees, and it's just a joy to be able to do that. So
That it is, and that's an understatement. Excuse me. Now, I have a few very memorable moments from being here, including having my daughter out here, just me and her. But I want to give a special shout out to my cousin Alex Talbert. He brought his son out here one time and met me in Lyric, and I forget exactly what the event was, but that was one for me. You know, for you, what's one of the greatest testimonials from one of your customers that came from for the you pick situation, and their reaction and their testimony, one that sticks with you, like one of the big ones?
yeah, I don't have a specific example, but it always makes us feel good. We appreciate the times that people tell us about how it kind of brings back memories of when their mama or their grandmama or their parents took them to the strawberry patch, and so it helps them bring back those memories, but get to create memories with the next generation. And that's what it's all about, is passing it down from one generation to the next. The kind of the love for harvesting what's in season. So I'm sorry, I don't have a specific example.
No, it's all good.
I'll be thinking between now and the end.
Yeah, something will come back to you. You shoot me a text or something. Okay, we're going to switch gears a little bit. Now, soil health, that has become a major discussion in agriculture. Like, what trends have you seen in soil quality over the past few decades, and how does that affect the way that you farm today?
It has become a little bit of a trend, but, we've been trying to continuously work on soil health for decades here. It's not something you achieve overnight. It's not something you achieve in a year or two's time. It takes decades to really promote that soil health. We care very much about the health of our soil, because that's what makes the plants grow. And if we don't take care of our soil, then the farm won't. It might be here, but it won't. The soil won't be healthy to grow plants for future generations. And we want it to be healthy for future generations. No matter who it is, we've all got to eat. Future generations are going to have to eat. And so, that's kind of our one of our goals, is that we people pass the farm to us, and we hope to pass the farm to future generations, and hoping that we leave it to them in better condition than what we received it in. So,
okay, I'm going to ask you like a personal question pertaining to one of the experiences that I had with growing a garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been growing one approximately about, let's say, 9-ish years, right? What I've noticed is my tomatoes get like these dark spots.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that has to do with the quality of the soil, like maybe some of it's a nutrient imbalance. So I need to get like a soil tester or what? Like, can you advise me on what to do about that, and anybody else that's had that common thing happen?
Is it the brown spot on the underside of the plant? All right, so that's called blossom end rot.
Right.
And that is a calcium deficiency.
Okay.
Calcium molecules, the only way the plant is able to uptake calcium is through water.
Mm-hmm.
So there's usually two things. It's either from irregular watering or calcium deficiency. Now, for a home garden, a lot of people take an egg and stick it in the hole of the plant when they plant the tomato plant, and it helps prevent uh, blossom end rot.
Are you saying I should do that?
I mean, give it a try. Now we can't put eggs in each one of our holes that we plant tomatoes in, but it's a
Right.
calcium deficiency, and so there are other ways. A little bit of calcium fertilizer can help, but oftentimes it's just a matter of regular watering. Not a lot, but watering every day, but a little bit every day, and oftentimes there's calcium already in your soil. You just need to give it the water to where that plant can take it up, is what that is. So
Okay. Now, when it comes to pests, what do you recommend that I use to be as organic as possible? Because I've used neem oil, and there's a couple other products that I've used that I've purchased. But like, what do you suggest? Like someone that's just like a single family home, or just like a family with a home in the backyard. Like, what could we use to keep the bugs away without poisoning ourselves?
well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm gonna recommend an integrated pest management program, which is a little bit of everything. So not everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it requires some beneficial insects. You and I discussed yesterday, like ladybugs, and you got green lacewings. And,
Yeah, I recently saw that about the green lace wings.
You got praying mantises.
Mm.
So all those are good. They help. They're more generalist. They will eat a lot of aphids, but they don't necessarily get everything. Sometimes you have spider mites or um, thrips those are two insects that you can't see with the naked eye for the most part. You have to have a hand lens or a magnifying glass to really see those really well. But if they get out of balance, if you get too many of them, they can hurt your plants. And
It's like a whole ecosystem within the
Mhm.
ecosystem.
Yep, and they can hurt your crop. And so sometimes, this is the approach that we take at our farm. Sometimes you do have to spray. You have no other option.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, then you're going to lose your crop. We keep it to a minimum, and so sometimes in your garden you may have to spray. It's a little bit more practical, maybe, to go out there and squish that worm.
Those worms.
in your garden. That's not feasible on our farm.
Absolutely.
Because there's just way too many plants, and we can't be hunting in every plant looking for a worm. So
Right.
we're not spraying unnecessarily, but it's kind of using neem oils when we think that is the best option, or different. There's all kinds of different oils which are organically approved, that makes the plant less desirable to the bad insects. So just all three, kind of three-pronged approach.
Question. Now, when you unleash the soldiers, let's say I get like some ladybugs or some praying mantis.
Mm.
I'm assuming the plural form for mantis is mantis. I have to be careful on, like, if it comes to a point where I'm going to spray some other stuff on there, I have to be careful because that could possibly kill the ladybugs, right? Or no?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. And that's the challenge.
Right.
Is if you get way too many bad insects, the good insects can't eat the bad ones fast enough, and so you kind of have to use a knockdown spray, whether that be an oil or another spray. You have to kind of knock them down a little bit before you release them, and then usually you can release the good ones, and to kind of get it back in balance, like you're talking about. You can usually release the good guys the next day or so, something like that.
Hey, I'm sure everybody can relate to this that's had a garden or a farm. You go outside, you see some deer prints.
Yep.
Deer tracks. So I had like this spray, like deer off or whatever, that I would spray around the perimeter of the garden, right? I don't know if it worked or not, brother. I don't know. But like, is there like a type of plant, like lavender or certain plants that you can plant around to keep deer and certain insects away, just like in a more natural environment?
Yeah, there definitely is. Marigolds, my
That's
understanding
one of
is
them,
is
yeah.
they deer don't like marigolds. That also is takes care of nematodes in the soil, and I think oftentimes they'll Clemson Extension might tell you to plant marigolds with your tomatoes, and kind of in the row with your tomatoes. So some people do that. Deer are a real challenge. They often, even though there's green grass right next door, they want to come eat the crops and eat your garden instead. So there's lots of different remedies out there for deer. Everybody has their own ways that they think are successful to keep the deer out. So
I'm gonna tell you something weird that happened. I planted 2 Granny Smith apple trees in my backyard, right?
yeah,
Both of them were healthy. They both were growing. Then one day I came out and I saw some deer tracks around the soil because, you got to, like, dig around it and then lay mulch. I saw deer tracks in there. I saw that one of the deer or whatever took a bite off the leaves. As the weeks went on, that plant died.
Yep.
Did they have something in their saliva that poisoned it possibly? Have you ever heard anything like that?
No. Apple trees are really difficult to grow around here.
Yeah.
They like a little bit higher elevation and
But the other one did just fine. That's what's peculiar to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the way they are.
Hit or miss.
They can get a disease. One tree can get it and the other one not have it.
Yeah.
There's just lots of different scenarios.
I got you.
If the deer ate the leaves off, they can almost eat the leaves off so fast that the tree can't grow, and it basically kills it because they eat all the leaves off.
Yeah, because when the sun comes out the next day, they can't go through the process of photosynthesis.
Exactly. Yep.
What's the science, they say? Brother, thank you. I'm excited about this, man. This is passion for me. Like farming and stuff like that. I mean, not on your level, but, like, it means a lot.
Yeah, it's important to grow a garden.
Now, we were talking about the warehouse and everything, and people just come here, they have a good time and everything. Like, they don't, at least I would say possibly a majority of the people don't have any idea of, like, what all goes on with the logistics and behind the scenes.
Yep.
And then you're doing the community events and everything. How do you balance all that?
Oh, it's a lot of work. We have a lot of good people here helping us at the Bush and Vine. And
I met a few of them earlier.
Yep.
Really nice.
When we were in the busy season, it's all hands on deck.
Yes, sir.
From spring to fall, pretty much. And I would say at peak season, we have about 100 employees, and so it's not a one-man operation around here. It's not a two-man operation. It takes everybody pulling their weight and really team players and a good leadership as far as our different teams and them taking care of their own different little responsibilities they have. So we have super good employees, and we couldn't do it without them.
All about that symbiosis. I'm telling y'all. Now, what does family farm mean to you in 2026 compared to the generations before you?
Well, some people, family farm, they kind of have this idea in their mind like it's a mom and a dad and the kids, maybe another generation, and they're kind of all working on the farm. And we are doing that here. My mom is, we call her our CFO. She really handles a lot of our books, and then we have another young lady that helps with payroll and some of the books. But then me and my dad, we do a lot of the farming side of things. So we are a family farm, but it's not just. We like to think of it as we are one big family. Whether their last name is Hall or not, we try to treat them like family. But it takes. I mean, that's what it takes these days.
It does.
Me and my dad couldn't do it by ourselves. Even if we scaled way back and just did 4 or 5 acres, it wouldn't be sustainable for 2 families.
Mm-hmm.
And that was part of the challenge when I came back after school. I grew up on the farm. It's all I've ever known. But I couldn't keep doing the same thing that I'd been doing in elementary school. And then, I progressively learned more, but I couldn't keep doing the same thing I had been doing in high school. I had to do more, bring back more,
Mm-hmm.
and figure out ways to be profitable and for it to sustain more families, because my dad had to support he and my mom, and then I had my wife and my kids I had to support too. So it's different. Um, it's maybe not what people have pictured in their minds from long ago, but nothing stays the same, and it's what we have to do to be sustainable, to stay in business, to keep farming. Is we have to hire more people, but we try to love on them and treat them like family. There's a lot of them. I always tell people I'd go to war with any of them by my side. That's the way we watch one another's not watch one another's back, but we're always there for one another.
You're loyal.
Exactly.
Y'all reciprocate that.
So we got a lot of people that have been working for us for 12, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
And so they have helped us get to where we are today.
Well, congratulations on how well y'all are doing, or y'all are doing and have done. Y'all have thrived. Y'all have adapted. Y'all have improvised. Y'all have kept up with the times, different technologies. Speaking of technologies, when we were out there at the tunnel yesterday, you had the Amiga.
That's right.
Can you explain to the people what that is and what that does?
Yeah, so it's a platform. It has 4 wheels that will go down our strawberry rows, and it doesn't run over the plants. It doesn't run over the fruit. And it's basically a remote controlled platform that allows people that are in the field picking our berries for the store. It allows them to pick and set the buckets of fruit up on the platform, and then the platform hauls them out of the field. So it's really making us more efficient on the picking side of things. So that's some new technology that they've come out to really help us be more efficient. We found more uses for it other than just harvesting. We use it for other things too, but it's been a really, really helpful assistant to us.
Were y'all affected by that microblast? Or whatever that was, like 2 or 3 years ago? It happened in April. It was April 20th, I remember. And it was like a crazy, like, tornado / hailstorm, and it uprooted and devastated roofs all over the county, really, man. Did y'all get affected by that on the farm? How does that work?
Not too much, thankfully. Most of it was over in Rock Hill.
Yeah.
Hail is certainly a concern every spring. It tends to be more so a spring thing as weathers are changing and temperatures are changing. We never, I don't know of anybody that gets excited about seeing hail. So hail can be very devastating for a farm. But we've been very blessed. We have had a few pass through, but nothing too drastic, nothing too major.
Yeah. Well, if you have any issues with your roof, holler at me.
Okay.
Blue Collar Roofing. I know a guy. Do you know Matt Tucker?
I don't. Mm-mm.
Do you listen to country music?
I do. Yep.
Okay. Wait, we'll talk afterwards.
Okay.
Great guy. What do you hope? Like, what's the foreseeable future look like for Bush and Vine, and like for your family, the land, and the community that supports you?
Well, we hope this will continue to be a farm for generations to come. It's a way of life for us.
Yes.
It's something that we enjoy, and we want it to be here for other people to enjoy, not only our customers, but for anybody that wants to be a farmer one day. So we're going to keep on farming. We're going to keep plowing our rows. It's kind of a saying in the farming world, is hoeing your own row, but we're going to keep pressing on. And always try to stay at the forefront of changes, and be looking for new ways, innovative ways to grow crops and to feed people, to grow fruits and vegetables for people in the community, because that's what we're all about. We don't really grow stuff for grocery stores. There's nothing wrong with growing for for grocery stores, but it's the community is what we've kind of always been about here at the Bush and Vine, and that's what we hope will continue to be is growing fresh fruits and vegetables for people in the community.
Absolutely. Now, for somebody that's listening who wants to support local agriculture or maybe start their own small farm or garden, like what advice would you give the people?
Stick with it. It's not easy. If you don't mind getting dirty and working hard, then you can do it. And there's just lots of resources out there to help you along the way, whether it be challenges in growing or challenges in marketing. Just reaching out to people, you'd be amazed at how many people are willing to help you get going. I love to see people succeed in farming, no matter what they're growing. So.
Yeah, and the education is very important.
It is.
And that's why I'm doing this, and thank you for coming on and educating the folks in the community.
Happy to do it.
Right now, with that being said, I know there is like a horticulture program at ATC. Have y'all done any business together or anything like that, like any collaborations?
Yes, so most of the local high schools, Clover, York, Rock Hill, Fort Mill, all of them have FFA programs.
Okay.
Now, the specifics of what classes they offer, I'm not sure of those, but there are horticulture classes, I think, that a lot of those programs offer. And I think it's a good thing for kids to maybe, even if they don't want to get in agriculture, I think it's good for them to spend a semester learning about that kind of stuff. Because there's such a disconnect these days of kind of where the food comes from and what it takes to grow it. And it's amazing what people can learn in those agriculture classes in high school.
Right. I feel like it's not pushed enough.
Yeah.
Because we have to reconnect and see where we came from.
Yeah.
We got to, and that's what we're doing right now. We're connecting that divide. We're bringing people together. Like we want everybody to be healthy out there and eat healthy fruits and vegetables and survive and take care of their families. Everybody. Yeah. Like, so, I mean, food, culture, art, martial arts, it all brings people together, and I love it. Sports and stuff like that, doing active things. So I'm going to ask you this, so what has farming taught you about resilience, faith, family, and the community?
Yeah. Well, you can plant a crop and grow a crop, and sometimes it doesn't always come to fruition. So we don't put our faith in our crop, in our work. It's the Lord's that's who we put our faith in, because we're all leaving here. None of us are taking any of what we have with us. It'll be all left to somebody else. So, I guess don't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
There's always going to be challenges. It doesn't matter whether you're in farming or what business, what your profession is. There's always going to be challenges, and just not letting your job, farming, take over your life. You have to make sure you keep your priorities in line. So.
Yes, sir. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you. Do you have anything else you want to share with the people? As far as, well, you already listed, like, the social media stuff. Y'all know how to get in contact with them.
Yep.
You know where we are, where we at. We got a season coming up. Spring will be here before you know it.
It will, yeah.
I'm looking forward to coming out here and get some more of them strawberries. That strawberry shortcake is ridiculous.
Yeah. And we've got strawberries now, here even in January.
Yeah.
So, but no, thank you for having me.
It was an honor.
I
hate your pops couldn't get on, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
We're busy. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize is we're busy even now in January. This stuff doesn't just appear out there in the field.
Yeah.
Come springtime, there's a lot of work on the front end to get things ready, and lots of prep work to be done. So
I have one last question for the audience, and I'm going to end this. First off, thank y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all. What are the fruits of your labor? Peace.